morning, guys, and welcome to day 9 of the soup, smoothie, and salad challenge, the SSS challenge. It is 4:35. I have been up for hours, but I haven't been doing very much, to be honest with you. I have been working on editing some video and uploading video and that kind of stuff, which is a very slow process, but I'm just finished getting most of my lunch put together. I thought I would show you what I was taking. So last night we had the barbecue soy curl salads, and so my husband made me a to-go bucket of salad last night, and there's all sorts of deliciousness going on in here. So it's just like last night, only in a bucket. So it's got the barbecue soy curls, and there's cucumbers and peppers and corn and black beans and spinach and cabbage and regular iceberg lettuce, which whatever, and tomatoes and some pickles in a little container, scallions, carrots. I think that's about it. Anyway, got my salad. Really excited about that. It's very, very good. Going to be very good. And I made myself a smoothie this morning. So there you go. It's all wet. Here. No, it's still not right. Try again. Well, anyways, you can see from reflection. There you go. There you go. So there you go. That's my smoothie. This is actually my mint chocolate smoothie. I thought, this time I'm going to put a link in the description box below so that you guys can try this. It's absolutely hands down one of my favorite smoothies. I don't make it exactly like it says to make it. I do use a couple of the dates. I do use some vanilla soy milk. I don't use romaine, it calls for romaine. It calls for a handful of spinach. I mean, I stuffed this thing with lots of spinach. I don't put vanilla extract in it when I use the vanilla soy milk. If I use just plain soy milk, then I'll put the vanilla extract in there. I use 1.5 mils of peppermint extract. I like mine pepperminty. If you're not you like mint, but not maybe real mint, then I would say to start with 1 mil of peppermint extract. And I don't use cacao nibs. I use cacao powder, which I just use a tablespoon of cacao powder. But this stuff is super, super, super yummy. I really like that. So I'm going to put the link below so that you guys can go ahead and try this recipe if you'd like to. It's very good. It's kind of like having dessert for breakfast, but there's a bunch of spinach in it. I know that with the chocolate in it, that's maybe not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's good. I am going to make a soup. I just finished making rice. So I was going to make do you see that right there? Right there? Got a butternut squash. I was going to make there's a butternut squash recipe for soup recipe online that I want to make, but I just didn't feel like it this morning. Being lazy girl. So anyways, yeah, I'm not probably gonna do that. So I'm gonna put some rice in a container and put like as much of a package of frozen 12-ounce green beans as I can. I'm gonna put as much of those in there as possible. Going to put a little bit of the Better Than bouillon in there and a bunch of scallions, like raw scallions. And then when I get to work and I'm ready to eat my soup, I'm just gonna fill it up with water. So again, easy, quick, ready to go, like ramen to go kind of thing. You just add water and microwave, you're good. I really like cooking. I really enjoy making soups. I really enjoy making salads. I enjoy cooking. You guys should probably have got this by now. I like to cook. But sometimes it's just easy, and you need to be easy, and you just need to be able to go. And this is what this is. This is easy, ready to go. So I'm gonna put this lovely drink in my container and clean up the kitchen a little bit. I didn't make too big of a mess this morning because I didn't cook too much. So like 2 Christmases ago, we were at Michael's and we bought this really, really cute wicker basket that is wider at the bottom, then it goes in a little bit and straight up, and it's got a hole in the top, and it's black, and it's got a band around it, and it looks like a little hat. So it looks like a snowman's hat, but it's a wicker basket-y type thing. Super, super cute. And then my husband just loved this thing. And I was like, well, what are you gonna put in it? It's got this big hole in here. What are you gonna do with it? So he bought some greenery and some little berry things, all fake obviously, and some little pine coney guys with decoration-y things on them, and that was 2 years ago. So that Christmas, didn't do anything with it. Put it in the bucket of Christmas stuff, got put away. This last Christmas, it got taken out. Nothing got done with it. It got put back away. It didn't get made into anything. And so this Christmas, that bucket of stuff finally got taken out, and it was sitting on the table. And my daughter, who is the extremely artistic, creative one, let me insert a couple of pictures for you here. Okay, so this first one is, I asked her to draw a copy of my absolute favorite photograph, which is a gorilla. Love this photograph. It looks just like this picture. She did an amazing job drawing this. I love it. Okay, this next one is a, so she was approached by somebody, I don't know this lady's name, via email, and asked if she would please paint a picture for their charity. And Samantha's like, I'm not a painter. I don't know what you want. I'm 17. I'm not a painter. I'm not a professional painter at all. She has, in fact, probably done like 5 or 6 paintings tops in her life. And they've all just been playing around kind of stuff. Like she made a really pretty tiger girl picture thing for her sister for Christmas one year. But that's, you know, that's not her thing. She draws, and her drawings are great. But she's not a painter. But this lady was pretty adamant that she really wanted Samantha. She's like, no, I've seen your drawings. You could do this for me. I really, really would like you to do this. So, okay. So anyway, this is the picture of the dog that Samantha painted for her, which of course, as a artist, Samantha's never happy with anything. And there was things that she would have fixed, but she's 17, absolutely not professional in the slightest, and I think that's pretty darn impressive. So anyway, this stuff was sitting on the table, and Samantha's like, what is this doing here? And I said, oh, we just left that there for you. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, we bought all this stuff to put together, and yeah, I just thought maybe you would put it together and make it into something pretty. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, when I came downstairs this morning, it's all put together and it's beautiful. She is such an amazing little fart. Let me grab it off the table so I can show you. It's really cool. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that neat? So it's the little wicker basket guy, like I told you. And then the berries, and so she cut all the pieces to fit and arranged them nicely. And my daughter is just an amazing little artistic person. So anyway, I think that's pretty cool. So I love it. She's pretty awesome. So she's going to college this next year, and she is not, my other daughter, my oldest daughter, has had a job from like the second she could possibly get out of the house to get a job. She got a job, and so she was a lifeguard for 4 years in the summertime. And we had told her that you're not working during the school year. You don't need to work during the school year because you don't need the money. Therefore, if you don't need the money, then you need to focus on school. That's your job. That's how we approach life. I worked when I was a junior and senior in high school, but I needed the money. I helped pay rent, I helped pay bills because my stepdad had to move for his job, so we had 2 residences because my parents were nice enough not to force me to move right before my senior year of high school, which was really nice of them. So I worked full-time while going to school full-time. I needed to. I needed the money. I needed to pay for a car, so I had transportation, and I needed to help pay bills. Okay, great. So I worked. They don't need to. I pay the bills. It's okay. It's no big deal. So she's actually never had a job, my artistic one, because this last summer when she could have gotten a job, she went to California for her art school, and that was absolutely fine. So she's all worried about going to college and needing to find a job, and she's never had a job before. And I told her the same thing. I said, sweetheart, you need to understand that college is your primary focus. That's your job. And she's like, I know, but I'm going to need like spending money and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, you probably will. I mean, I worked the entire time I was in college, and I'm not going to be able to afford to send her money every month. I mean, maybe $100 a month or something, so that would help buy some extra groceries. But she's vegan, which will make eating more difficult and a little bit more expensive if you want to have fresh fruits. I mean, you could always have frozen vegetables and stuff, but if you want to have fresh fruits, which we always have fresh fruit in the house, so she probably is used to that. So her older sister, shh, don't tell her. She's sleeping still. Her older sister bought her a really nice henna set for Christmas. Like to do henna, so like doing a tattoo type thing. And so I told her, she doesn't know that she's getting that, but I did tell her that she needed to do something along the lines of being creative, and maybe this coming summer before she goes away to college, she could get like a henna set and she could practice on some of her friends before they go away for school, and she could practice on her sister, and I might let her practice on me. Nah. I'm not a big tattoo kind of girl. Not that I think that there's anything wrong with them. It's just not my thing. But, maybe. So, maybe I'll have her do vegan across my shoulder or something like that, and I'll show you guys. That would be kind of cool. That'd be neat. So anyways, so I told her, you know what? You go to college, you learn how to do henna, you wear it on you, like put one right here so that people that think that that kind of thing is cool would want one, or decorate your hands, or if you have somebody that you get that's a really good friend of yours that you meet there, or somebody from here that goes out to college with you, volunteer to do it for them for free, and just let them know that anybody that's not your bestie, it's $10. And I told her, you could spend 15 minutes tops, get $10, and you could do that like 5-6 times a week. It's not a lot of money, but anything is better than nothing, and she's quite capable. So anyway, that's what I think she should do when she goes to college, is just do some henna on people and make $10 at a pop. And there are plenty of college kids that would spend $10 to have a tattoo for 2-3 weeks. So anyway, that's my idea. If I was artistically talented, I would seriously consider doing something like that as a part-time job, because that would be fun and people really enjoy it, and the people that want it would really like it. But yeah, so anyways, totally off the subject of what I'm eating today. I need to go put my soup together so that I can go to work. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will chat with you guys again later. I probably won't chat with you when I first get to work. Oh, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a technician today or not. My tech's baby is very, very sick. Like in the hospital, very, very sick, which really bums me out. That's horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it happens everywhere. Everybody has kids that are sick and stuff. And when my middle son, Connor, was real little, he was insanely sick for, 8 months straight. Like everything from RSV, which a 4-year-old should never have, to pneumonia, to dual ear infections, to mono. I mean, it just kept going on and on and on. We finally figured out that it was dairy. Duh. I had bleeding ulcers my entire life growing up. Like my entire life I had bleeding ulcers, and the best GI doctors that my mom took me to in New York couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. They had no idea. They had just totally had no idea that why I could eat something and it would be gone and out of my system in like 15 minutes, depending upon what it was. Like seriously, there's no way transit works in your body that fast, and yet it did. I just constantly was sick. I missed 3 months of school in 6th grade because I had mono that bad that I couldn't function. So anyway, turned out I had a milk allergy. You would think that before my child, I think he was like 3 actually, but I would have figured out earlier than that, oh, maybe he has a milk allergy. Maybe that's why he's sick all the time. Duh. I tell ya. The things that are so obvious and right in front of your face that you don't figure out until afterwards just kill me. So anyways, so he was really, really sick as a baby too, so I get where she's coming from, but her baby's only 1, so it's really, really crappy. But anyway, so I'm going to potentially be very busy. We do have a part-time tech, which maybe she will come in and help out. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I might be playing technician and pharmacist today, so it might be really busy, which actually would be nice. Makes the day go by faster. But it just means that I might not have time to talk to you. So if I don't see you again, I will talk to you on my drive home tonight, and I hope you guys have a great day. Alrighty guys, so I am leaving work as we speak. I have just left the building. Yay! So it was busy at work this morning, so I didn't get to eat my lunch right away. So I made my rice and bean soup probably about 12 or 12:30, and it was really yummy. Always is really good, but it was very delicious. I was excited about it. And then I didn't get hungry again for a long time, and then I finally got hungry at like 4:15, and I was like, well, that's not convenient. So anyway, I did not eat my salad. I'm headed home. I'm going to split my salad with my husband when I get home, and I'm going to make a vegan spinach pasta type thing. I'll definitely take a picture of it. I've said that before and not done it, but I'm going to try to remember to take a picture of it. And it should have like a cashew cream sauce and spinach and pasta. I just, you know, basic pasta sauce. But I'm really looking forward to it. It sounds delicious. What's up with all these red lights? And I'm gonna have salad with it. Sounds wonderful. Sounds like a very good, healthy supper. And then I don't think I'm gonna do anything for the rest of the night. I'm very tired. I've been up for a very long time. Actually, that's not true. I've only been up for like 16 hours. It's not that long. I've definitely been up longer. But yeah, I am very tired, so I'm going to go home and make some food with my husband and eat. The kids are having, my daughter offered to make crepes, which is something that she really enjoys making. She's the only person in our house that makes crepes. So this is my oldest, and she enjoys being in the kitchen actually, so that's fine. So she's making crepes, and I guess normally she makes them with eggs. And I mentioned to my husband when he was telling me that she was going to make crepes, I was like, well, if she does, then Samantha can't eat them. So has she thought about trying an alternative egg replacer? She can't use flaxseed because the boys can't eat them then. But we use aquafaba a lot, and I also use personally when I'm baking, I'll use the besan or garam besan, the chickpea flour, and that works very well. But you have to really make sure that you get that cooked, because otherwise it has that very distinct chickpea flour flavor, and that's not really what you're going for most of the time. So, or ever. Yeah, so apparently she used aquafaba. I don't know if it's worked or not yet, but when I talked to Anthony when I was leaving work, he probably would have said something if it hadn't, I guess. I don't know. So she's gonna make that, and I suggested that Anthony just chop up a bunch of potatoes and sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder on them, and pop them in the oven, and just make little crunchy potato pieces. And then we always have tofu in the refrigerator, so scramble up some tofu with some black salt on it. I know I've told you guys about black salt before. It's pink. It's called kala namak, and it's got such a high sulfur content that it makes whatever you put with it taste eggy, and it works really well on tofu. It works really well with besan as well when you're wanting to make quiche. So anyways, he was going to experiment with that. He's never done that before, but he was going to make that, and we're going to put potatoes and tofu scrambled eggs in the shells. So that's what they are having for supper. Sounds delicious. Unfortunately, the two boys can't have any tomato products whatsoever. Like, no tomatoes, oh my goodness. But that kind of meal to me just would sound wonderful with ketchup. I would totally dig that if it had ketchup on it. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go home and make some spinach pasta. Greens are always good. Pasta's awesome too. So that's gonna be that. That's what I'm gonna do. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a really great day, and I will talk to you again in the morning. I don't have, I really do need to get up and make some soup of some sort in the morning, but we'll see. There's been a lot of times recently that I have just been very tired, and just not very motivated, but that does not give me, that's not an excuse for not getting up and doing things when I need to be. It's just, it's a bad excuse is what it is. It's not a good excuse, it's a bad excuse. And bring on the sun, baby. Woo! That's very bright, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm gonna go and let you guys go. I'm going to go turn down my heater right now. I was freezing. Oh my gosh, I was so cold. Like, my lips were turning purple. It was so cold. And it's like, what is it? It's 66 degrees out. It's ridiculous. But I was in the building when I was that cold. So anyway, I had the heater turned on high when I first got out into the truck, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm freezing. Now it's toasty in here. So anyway, if anything else comes up, I will let you guys know. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. And tomorrow I think I am going to make a smoothie with blueberries. I bought some frozen blueberries at Target the other day when I stopped to get... I had a specific purpose for going to Target. Why did I go to Target? Oh, to look for clothes for the kids for Christmas. I needed a few more things for Christmas presents and got that taken care of. So, anywho,